So let's talk for a second about those great notes that you take. And you know what I'm talking about. If you like podcasts, if you like reading inspiring books, you're taking notes like crazy. There's probably some quotes that you've written down that they just light you up every time you read them. And yet, are they helping you? Probably not, because unless we actually schedule those quotes and those ideas, they won't happen. The thing is, sometimes those quotes or those brilliant ideas are not so easy to make actionable. It's not so easy to schedule them. So let's take a look at an example, and this is from, yes, my book. I wrote a book, and I even say in this book at the very beginning that none of this book will help you. It will be completely useless to you unless you actually follow through on the exercises that are in this book. And so let's do that today. Let's talk about a quote. There's a lot of quotes in here because I love quotes. And the one that I'm going to use today is a great quote. It's by Wayne Gretzky, and he says, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Let me read that again. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Yes, he is right. In other words, if you don't go for it, you're never going to get there. You got to take some risks to win the game, right? You got to go for it. You got to get out of your comfort zone. Great quote. What does that mean? How can we take that quote and actually turn that into an actionable step? How can we schedule it? Well, here's some examples. Maybe it's time for you, and I see this a lot with my clients, it might be time for you to tell people what you're up to. You know, are you studying Reiki? Are you setting your sights on becoming a yoga teacher? Are you planning on running a marathon? Are you writing a screenplay? Maybe for you, the shot for you to take is to tell people what you're doing. More importantly, maybe it's to tell someone when you're in that yoga class what you're doing. Maybe you're writing a pilot and the person on the mat next to you happens to have some connections. Maybe your shot to take in that moment is to tell them what you're doing. To say, hey, I'm working on a screenplay. I'm working on a pilot. Maybe the shot you have to take is actually getting on those sites, those dating apps, the Match.com, etc., etc. Maybe it's actually asking someone out. Maybe it's joining a support group, or maybe it's stepping way out of your comfort zone and asking for feedback. That can be a big one for a lot of people. Because when you ask for feedback or when you ask for accountability, so that would be, for example, using me as a life coach, if you work with me, I will hold you accountable. I will give you feedback. And that can be a little risky. That can be, well, it's definitely creates a vulnerability there, right? But that might be the very shot that you need to take. Does this make sense to you? So this is how you need to take whatever amazing information you just got from the podcast or the speaker or whatever it is, and find the actionable steps that you can take and then schedule it. If you need support with this, if you need accountability, or you need to get a little bit more creative in terms of how to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself, then get in touch. Together, we will figure that out. I look forward to hearing from you.